Bvlgari, the story, the dream. Two exhibitions happening in Rome. One talks about the history of Bvlgari and one relates it to the world of fashion, the social changes and how that impacted Bvlgari style.
This exhibition is mirroring not only a brand and a style, but also an environment, especially the fashion world. The divas who have been in Cinecittà rather than the great life in Rome in the 20s, in between the two wars. So it's providing really with a unique context to better understand the jewelry itself throughout the Roman life, the Dolce Vita 40 years later, and obviously those museums, which are all monuments which have strongly influenced our creativity.
Italy, for me, is the epitome of culture. 80% of world's cultural heritage is in Italy.
The idea was to have it only here in Castel Sant'Angelo, but working on the exhibition we realized that we have so many stories to tell and so much material. It would have been a pity not to have all of them in the exhibition. And then it was the direttrice of Polo Museale, and she suggested, she offered this second venue, the Palazzo Venezia, and so the idea was to really give space also for stories, documents. Actually, this is not a Bvlgari exhibition, but it's an exhibition about Bvlgari.
I believe that the jewel as such obviously is beautiful craftsmanship for the gems, for the precious metals, but it's first and foremost an emotion which has been created for a person, for an event, for a turning point in life. And so the backstage of the gem itself or the jewelry, whether it's from the creator or from the people or the person who has ordered it, is providing to the jewel its full emotion, a situation, a location, and this really makes the jewel magic and irresistible. So I think it's very important to give some clues to today's public, for an exhibition or clients in the boutique, that behind your necklace, there has been a certain kind of craftsmanship 40, 50 years ago, which then was influenced by some objects from the 70s, which led in turn, to that piece as being one of our best pieces in our heritage collection.
We have been working with this historian that have been really helping us in including those items in a much wider frame. That has been extremely enriching for us, and that helped us to go even deeper for the research. We have been in contact with the most of the archives of the fashion stylists involved in this exhibition, and of course about Bvlgari we have all the details. The tough part regarding the Bvlgari jewels has been to identify the ones to include in this exhibition.
Bvlgari, I've known them since the 70s. Craftsmanship, the beauty, the aesthetics, the beauty of its jewelry. I believe that it washes the eyes, to see something beautiful. It's like looking at a piece of art. Beauty is really food for the soul and for the eyes.
The very first introduction of the snake in our production was at the end of the 40s. So immediately after the Second World War, when Italy was really recovering after a terrible moment. And women started a working career, and so this watch was introduced really embodying those elements, the modernity, the empowerment, the women empowerment, and the watch was very sober, very much suitable for a moment where it was not time to be showy, but still it was a moment where people were definitely looking to move forward. we are an international company, but we definitely need to well understand the local culture to liaise with them. So partners such as the luxury hives are so precious to help us in this interaction, respectful of course, but it's something that really helps us a lot.